She was fired for feeding an old veteran. Then 3 Marines stormed the cafe. The cafe door slammed open with such force that every customer flinched. 3 Marines in full dress uniform marched inside, their boots striking the floor like thunder. The manager's face drained of color. At the center table, an old veteran sat hunched over an empty plate, his gnarled hands trembling. Behind the counter, a black waitress clutched her apron, tears in her eyes just moments after being fired. What had she done to deserve this? And why were the Marines here? "You're done here, Kesha! Get out!" the manager had shouted, jabbing a finger toward the door. The veteran had tried to speak up, but his voice was drowned out by the manager's fury. But this wasn't the end, because in less than an hour those Marines would walk in, and nothing would be the same again. Kesha Johnson had worked at Morningside Café for 3 years. She knew every regular by name, remembered their orders, and always slipped an extra biscuit to the elderly man who came in every Sunday. Mr. Callahan, a Vietnam vet who barely had enough for coffee, let alone a meal. She wasn't supposed to give out free food, but rules never sat right with her when hunger was involved. That morning, Mr. Callahan had come in, shaking his pockets empty. Kesha saw the way his hands trembled, not just from age, but from hunger. Without hesitation, she slid a full breakfast in front of him. The manager saw. And in front of the entire cafe, he fired her on the spot. As Kesha gathered her things, the other customers muttered in protest. Mr. Callahan stood, voice cracking, as he defended her. But the manager sneered. "Charity doesn't pay the bills." Then a young man at the counter, a regular in a leather jacket, pulled out his phone and made a call. "Yeah, it's me. We've got a situation." The door burst open. 3 Marines, sharp in their dress blues, marched straight to Mr. Callahan and snapped salutes. "Sergeant Callahan," the tallest one said, voice booming, "we heard there was a problem." The cafe fell silent. The manager paled, and Kesha realized this wasn't just any veteran. The manager stammered, I didn't know." "You didn't ask," one Marine growled. Kesha's hands shook. She had lost her job, but worse, this proud man had been humiliated in front of strangers. Then Mr. Callahan spoke, his voice steady. "This young lady showed me more respect than anyone here, and you fired her for it." The Marines turned to the manager. "You have 2 choices," the leader said. "Rehire her, or we make sure every vet in this city knows how you treat heroes." The manager's mouth opened, then closed. Kesha held her breath. By the end of the day, she was back behind the counter. Mr. Callahan sat at his usual table, his meal now comped by the cafe. And as the Marines left, one turned back and gave Kesha a nod. "Semper Fi, ma'am," she smiled. Some rules are worth breaking. If this story touched you, hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.